work at the North Face, wasting my time just doing nothing. You're on my mind when I'm lonely. Maybe you'll find me in your own way. Searching for you, looking for you, waiting for you, praying for you. She likes my face, she brings me joy. She diss them niggas, yeah. Don't kiss them boys. I'll find a way, I'll make a ploy. I need that figure, yeah. She need this toy. Comes all the way from Illinois. I've never been, but I learned some more. Her fantasies, my perfect start. Swear she's the one, but I'm still employed at the North Face, wasting my time just doing nothing. You're on my mind when I'm lonely. Maybe you'll find me in your own way. Searching for you, looking for you. Started with one, and now I'm in love with every girl that walks inside. I thought I had won, but I'm out of luck, and I walk alone, a lover's life. I can't wait to leave, I can't wait to go. This place ain't for me, I know it's time. Look up at the sun, I know I've begun a whole different world, another life.
I'll start from the beginning.
Your love's so hard to find. Just when you think you found it, the illusions in your eyes. That's why I love the moon. Every night it's there for you. It's constant. Unlike these human beings who lie about what it seems to be. You think the earth is where you stand. You're in the palm of someone's hand. And that's why I love the moon, 'cause it's always there for me. Every night about my window. And that's why I love the moon, 'cause it's always there for me. Every single night I look outside, it's right there for me in my mind. And that's why I love the moon, yeah. Because people can consume my love in the wrong way, so I send it up at night, at night, at night. Real love so hard to find. Just when you think you eyes, it blinds us all. So be careful where you look for love. Just be careful where you look for love. That's why I let the moon shine. Cause through the time I've been confused on how to move. Stuck in between what wasn't and what could be the truth. High, still up trying to escape the demons in my room. You see it's no change dropping, we learn to maintain. And how could anybody else complain when they brainwash and watch us every time we make exchanges? We're slaves locked in a box and use our minds just to escape all the same shit. I'm tired of the pain, love is blind to the flame. That's why I look up, never hide behind the skies in the rain. Promises come to exercise and don't deny you the pain. That's why I look for ways to find whatever lies in the rain. This shit changed. I don't blame my father for lamping, I believe that help. What I'm trying to grow is just still trying to grow as myself. So understand it when I'm stranded, taking chances, no, I need that. Fall flat on my back, we just relax and keep the seat back. Cause when you think, that's when you let time run and escape with your mind, loving, that's what you think. So what you think? If love was easy to find, we wouldn't need it to complete our lives. So peace to the moon, peace to stars, peace to Saturn, and peace to Mars. Just when you think you found it, the illusions in your eyes, it blinds. So be careful where you look for love. Just be careful where you look for love. You can stop it. So hard to find. Just when you think you found me, the illusions in your eyes. That's why I love the moon. Every night it's there for you. It's constant. Unlike these human beings who lie about what it seems to be. You think the earth is where you stand. You're in the palm of someone's hand. And that's why I love the moon, 'cause it's always there for me. Every night about my window. And that's why I love the moon, 'cause it's always there for me. Every single night I look outside, it's right there for me in my mind. And that's why I love the moon, yeah. Because people can consume my love in the wrong way. So I send it up at night, at night, at night. Real love so hard to find. Just when you think you found it, the illusions in your eyes, it blinds. So be careful where you look for love. Just be careful where you look for love. Real love so hard to find. Just when you think you found it, the illusions in your eyes, it blinds us all. So be careful where you look for love. Just be careful where you look for love. Yo, that's why I let the moon shine. 'Cause through the time I've been confused on how to move. Stuck in
in between what wasn't and what could be the truth, huh?
Still up trying to escape the demons in my room.
You see, it's no change dropping, we learn to maintain. And how could anybody else for pain when they brainwash us and watch us every time we make exchanges of slaves? Locked in a box and use our minds just to escape all the same. I'm tired of the pain, love is blind to the flame. That's why I look up, never hide behind the skies in the rain. Promises cooked up, exercising, don't deny you the pain. That's why I look for ways to find whatever lies in the rain. Cause shit changed. I don't blame my father for lamping, I believe that helped. With me trying to grow, it's just still trying to grow as myself. So understand it when I'm stranded, taking chances, know I need that. Full flat on my back, you just relax and keep your seat back. Cause when you think, that's when you let time run and escape with your mind. Loving, that's what you think. So what you think? If love was easy to find, we wouldn't need it to complete our lives. So
peace to the moon, peace to the stars, peace to Saturn, and peace to Mars.
Show you something about your body. So can't stop. I think
giggle. And then it kind of has developed in a way that our poems overlap without us knowing them because we are using the same inspirations but having different takes on what they how they should manifest and how they should live or exist in the world. So this first poem is called Past, Precedent, Future. Intelligence does not thrive in captivity, or does it? Men and birds in captivity report great advancements. An African gray parrot can identify objects, colors, shapes, and do math when taught to do so. Sean Robert Hopwood is a convicted felon, an appellate lawyer, professor of law at Georgetown University. After robbing the bank, he molted his past precedent while pondering stare decisis. By the time he exited prison, he had metamorphosed into a United States Supreme Court practitioner. A snowfall outside my window indicates a downfall. The fatal flaw of the sky is that it is always falling. The hamartia of the aforementioned parent is it learns too much to live outside the cage. It knows too much of the laws governing men to live beyond them. Duralex, sed lex. That's the harsh reality of being clever. Is ability encoded into DNA or is it a potential prison? It is said genetic markers indicate predispositions to obesity, cancer, addiction, liking chicken, anxiety. I have a very intelligent bitch. Never have I met a more anxious dog. I'm a bird, a snowbird. According to my ex husband, a clever girl robber and thief. He used to call me my love. My witch wife invites me to choose from a box of crystals, talismans, and stones. I select the Red Cross of St. James. The lower limb is pointed as if to be driven into. Crucified by my own misguided witchiness, I am a martyr, sporting a self inflicted solo palmed stigmata. I was recently offered cheap Christian health insurance but declined. I don't often frequent church, nor do I attest to the acceptable specific statement of faith. I like my unwed mothers to be covered, no rape kit required. I like my birth control dispensed. An IUD looks like a bird taking flight, a taproot, a crucifix, with no place upon which to rest the head of Jesus. Buried deep inside my womb by a practitioner at Planned Parenthood, its magic hormone free copper snakes coil like crucified arms over two protruding plastic wings. With this knowledge, I take flight, murder millions with each petite mort I receive draped over a gray bed. In 3 days, I rise. Hope you guys enjoyed that. This is kind of what I do when I'm writing poetry. Is I sit in my room by myself and I read it out loud and think, is that a good place for those words to be? So without knowing it, I mean, nobody could be listening right now, but I know a few people are listening. All right, this next one is called Back Glass. I spin the bottle opener on my middle finger. Consider the consequences of sloughing a pointed chrome corkscrew into the air between our locked gaze. We take a deep breath in, hold it, watch the metallic spiral between us blur up the shaft. And I remember being 6, like it was 7 p.m. tonight. I'm riding home from alone and staring through a quarter window. My mother drives the third secondhand tuna can on wheels down Rockville Turnpike. At the corner of Montrose stands a smattering of rural black oaks, relics of farmland's heyday, before the strip malls and babies boomed their progeny along the suburban horizon. The American beech and elm, the eastern hemlock and maple are bare, but here I spy a full bower, branches heaving with the finishing breath of a migratory siesta. All large trunks risk entertaining the burden of 1,000 talking onyx loads. 'Tis the prospect of shouldering starry nights. Late fall it is. Sun sets blood orange and low, singeing the trees with the combined furies of Hephaestus and Apollo. A defiant child, I look straight into their eyes, but one small cinder, fuel and fodder for God's pyres. I soon surrender, seal up my eyes with tears, quiver to discover God's anger burning on in the darkness of my waking sleep. With a shudder and heave, the car brakes. My eyelids shoot open, chin pops to chest, teeth snap shut, bottom to top. The top, the stoplight ahead is twinned to the sun in the horizon beyond, windswept and weeping, dangling in the sky, red, unquestionable, law-abiding, and absolute. As winds lift pieces of beach, exuberantly commanding the dunes to rise, so the birds reignite a southern ascent. So my mouth releases a cry, so it is echoed. I see the crows, an uproarious cacophony of clattering wings and murderous clipped chatter. Each charcoal leaf erupts. Drops of black augury, India ink in a glass of clementine juice, blotting the sky with raucous cries of conviction, swirling in counter and clockwise motions, spinning an upside down tornado. Such a vision shakes any understanding of what is or what could or would be, leaves befuddlement, awe. There is no such thing as cold, it is just the absence of heat. Tonight, when you trust me, place my little brown bird body in the oven of your bed. My mouth will cry auguries, divination for a palette of lovely chaos, for another setting sun. We will listen and know this is where the bird god lives. And with that, I will do one more, and then that'll be it for me. Thank you, Kenton. Thanks to everybody else who is performing or, doing your thing. And I hope y'all are having a good evening. Okay, this is called And You Love with a Fist. It starts with a single digit. Add two more, that's an area code. With two more segments, one has the number with which to call a receiver. The eager lifts from stasis. 5 digits in a row is a zip, is a fist. There is no coming up from the rear when peering behind one's shoulder to see crumbling cities. Salt pillars dissolve in the bath, rill down the shower curtain, a mosaic of nerve endings and impulsive synapses. What is your hamartia? Sodomy. One finger in, the spine alights. Two fingers, awake in the morning, drag teeth across the clavicle, whisper in dulcet tones a bass exhalation. Pleasure is paramount. Do you like this? Yes. Do you wish me to continue? Yes. Consent is a requirement for a knuckle, a finger, a beak, a fist, an open palm, a wrist, a forearm, a bicep, a shoulder, a body crawling into another, curling up inside a womb of sorts, pink and warm, safe and soundless, except for the steady periodicity of cardiac cadence and the whoosh, swoosh, whoosh, swoosh blood circulating through a million vessels, backlit by pulsing rubies and jade passageways. Disappearing inside, barreling down topside, impressions left by large eyes level the remains of ancient fallen cities until there is no light, and choked breathing is but a recourse to surrender. I used to sleep in a room on fire, write fantasies on a necrotic pillow of purple flesh. Now I eat rose petals for breakfast and float through the sky on a burning bed. And there you have it, Kenton. I'm done.
Thank you, Elizabeth. That was really beautiful and amazingly obscene in a surprising way. Um, Thank you very much. I really
You're
love your
welcome.
poetry.
Thank you.
Hmm. Um, Next up is something that I pretty embarrassed about, or not embarrassed, but um, uh, baby pictures. My father is going to share some pictures of me as a young person. Um, I I told him that he couldn't just take a shit on the American flag like he wanted to, and our compromise was, well, I'll just show some pictures of you when you're young. Um, so without further ado, Dad, you're unmuted and you're on video.
Okay, well, first of all, good evening, everybody who's in quarantine. We share your pain, kind of. But I thought tonight I would explain the enigma that is Kenton. So, first of all, I want to explain that Kenton's able to do a lot of things and he's worked a lot of different jobs. As a matter of fact, on the day he was born, he drove his mom home from the hospital. That's how much of a work ethic he has. Okay, so here's the first picture. This is Kenton on his first union break, taking it easy. Probably just finished a cigarette. And then here he is working in the warehouse. You can see the box off to his left, somewhere in there. Oh, wait, no, his right. I'm sorry. Probably talking to one of his coworkers, goofing off. But you know, when you have a union job, you can get away with stuff like that. Next, this is in the break room having his lunch. So far, Ken, how's your blood pressure? Then here he is sweeping up the outside of the warehouse. Okay, his next job was a security guard outside of a adult video store. And then he got fired from that job for letting too many people in. So he got a job as a bicycle messenger. This was up in Minnesota. I guess check those shades out. That was the ultimate in coolness. And oh, this one is a hazmat suit that he's wearing. And it came back with a lot of tainted candy. And then he got fired from that job. Oh no, he quit that job. And this is him on his first day at the new job in the office. You know, he had to dress up a little bit. And he did very well at his job. He ended up being promoted to a supervisor. And here's a picture of him talking to one of the employees, thinking, "You've got to be kidding me. You're fired." You can tell by the look on his face. He's just saying, "Get out of here." I still have that couch, by the way. Recovered. Okay, he's moving up the chain. He got a job with the Sikorsky helicopter. This is his new design. I think they used it to make the Apache helicopter for the Army. Groundbreaking aerodynamics. So after a number of years, he experienced some job burnout, decided to go out and join a rock band, and here he is practicing. You can tell he's really shredding it. And there's a groupie there on the side, I think, somewhere. And then because he wasn't making enough money in the band, he got a job as a bouncer. And here he is throwing out an unruly patron, giving him the old knucklehead. He's a pretty tough guy. Don't mess with him. And that's the story of Kenton. That's how he got to be who he is today. This is him and his sister, and then some old guy, homeless guy, I think he took in for a while. Actually, that's his grandfather. Well, okay. I hope I have helped everybody in their understanding of the mystery of Kenton. It's been a pleasure, and rock on, bud. No words?
No, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. I didn't know there was going to be that narrative.
Well, yeah.
Very accurate. That's my father, everybody. He delights in embarrassing me, which is as it should be. Um, Next up, I think we have Jen, one of my very favorite poets and musicians. Um, are you ready? Did you get the settings, or do we need someone else to go first?
I didn't download the Zoom thing, the extra one, but so my music sound's not gonna be good. So I'll just do my poetry first,
Okay.
and then you guys can leave. I was singing a song, but I don't really like know it that well. Anyway, this is like my Corona poem part two because Corona's been really kicking my ass, and I have to talk about it. Corona poem part two. Corona, oh Rona, wherefore art thou Corona? 130,386 miles on my totaled Toyota Prius 5, 66 days in the middle of a pandemic, 2020. Can't say I didn't see it coming. A swarm of locusts a locust infestation swarming Las Vegas. November 2019, even Jesus saw it coming. An inch and a half long grasshoppers descending on a sinful city, prophecy, or Fox News media story in July of all seasons, Cancer season. Carol Baskin is a Gemini? My city is covered in sin and corona. My sin served me sticking my engine to the suffering Philadelphia side street, gasping and engulfing the automatic transmission fluid racing to my feet, almost my own blood touching me and telling me, where is my Rona? Did we exhaust her out when we set the Amazon on fire? Did we say, Rona, wherefore art thou Rona? When when BP set California and Texas on fire, did we smoke her out in Australia or in the Middle East? Did we take her for granted? Is coronavirus a black woman's revenge? Sorry, nickels and dimes won't fix this bitch fit. Somebody has to say it. If Obama wasn't black, Corona would have never happened. Like if racism didn't exist, Trump would have never been elected. Like if Julia never trusted the fucking friar, a man, she would still have been alive to pop more cherries after stupid Romeo fucked up the bag, the poison bag. That awkward moment when life's telling you to live and you're like, bitch, I don't want to. And then Corona happens in the words of the great Cardi B, coronavirus, coronavirus. Those, what if I keep, sorry, coronavirus. What if I keep something more close to me? Like I kept my ribs close to me when I almost broke them on my dashboard. or the falling from my exhaust pipe. Don't cry for me, Quarantina. I've never left my house. We sit on a throne of a flaming hot Cheeto dystopian techno future, and I have to say, I saw it coming. Some of us saw it coming. While facing death from our silver 3.5-inch screens, one as eminent as another, one conspiracy for another, not one place, not in just one person, can we find her? Rona, oh Rona, wherefore art thou, Rona? She is suffocating in the air. She is in the water stream. She is 5G. She is Donald Trump. She is a black person. She is a white person. She is American. She is as American as you and I is present. She is purposeful. She is permanently affecting your life whether you like it or not. You know life hasn't always been easy on me. So when I die, I wanna wake up like a penguin. You know life hasn't always been easy on me. So when I die, I wanna wake up alive like a penguin. Swimming in the deep blue sea like a penguin. Like a penguin. Swimming in the deep blue sea like a penguin. Swimming with my baby me. When I die, I want my life to be narrated by Morgan Freeman. I bet he'll tell you all my demons so eloquently. And I'm sorry for the way that I live. But if I could be anything, I'd be a bird swimming in the sea. Like a penguin, I'd be a bird swimming in the sea. Like a penguin. Can I play one more song? Yeah? Okay. Okay, this is not like a new song. This is like a song that my friend Rita helped me write. And I love Rita. And sometimes, you don't like get to make up with your friends. And I know probably a lot of people are going through that right now, especially like during this time. And it's like really sad. But I want you to know, et tu, Brute, they might stab you in the fucking back anyway. So fuck them. Et tu, Brute. Just kidding. No, love each other. Everyone come together. We need more love in the world. I'm very serious. I'm very fucking serious. We need a lot of fucking love. And I have BPD, so like I know that we need a lot of love. Scientifically, look it up. I can feel it. We need a lot more love. You guys all need love. See that? That was the love that we need. Like today, my therapist, she was like, you just need to like get in control of your BPD so you can become like a superhero. And I was like, what if my superhero is a fucking psychotic spider bitch tentacle goblin masturbating baby god? I literally said that to her. What if my spider bitch, I said a fucking spider bitch, chaotic fucking spider bitch, tentacle goblin masturbating baby god? And she said, no. Very sweet woman. They don't pay her enough to for me. They don't. I watch the blood drip from the toilet seat, but it doesn't belong to me. I feel my breath tether to my chest, but they don't belong to me. Take all my witnesses, don't see what I've done. My body is a crime. Take all my innocence, a victim of Instagram. And trip to life. Body is a crime. My body is high. I clean the hair out of the kitchen sink. That doesn't belong to me. Go to my room, take a shit, and brush my teeth. But I forget to eat. Sell me a bag of weed. I'll give you mine. My body is a crime. Take all my witnesses to people my innocence. It's a fucking waste of time. My body is a crime. 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 That's it.
Jen, as usual, I love you so much. That was incredible. We can't wait until we ever do an actual show on a live stage again. Yeah. So I want to remind everyone that this is a fundraiser. The a lot of artists tend to work in service jobs and other non-traditional, non-office job employment, and well, everyone is really affected economically by all this whatever. Anyways, donate money. There's a link in the YouTube thing, and I'll just divide it among everyone that performed because they fucking need it. Um, Jen, goddamn, thank you so much. Uh, Next up, we have someone who asked me not to thank them for helping all the sound be good, so I won't. But it's my neighbor and dear friend Carrie Ann Murphy. Um, I've been watching her live streams on Instagram that she did for a while, and um, deeply appreciated the regularity of seeing her do sound experiments at 12 p.m. every night for a couple, like 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm very delighted to be able to share her talents with you here. Um, Carrie Ann, I will text you when 15 minutes are up. Please just, I'm unmuting you and pinning your video. Please just go wild. I cannot wait to hear what I can unmute you. Oh, there we
Hey
go.
there.
All
Can you
right.
hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, let me turn off this phone shit. All right. Okay. um, Thank you, Kenton. And Jen, that was amazing. Everybody's amazing. It's always, it's always a real, like, point of pride to be included in these things because Kenton can assemble a group of people like nobody else. I'm just gonna do a little improv. And thanks for saying that, Kenton. You need me to turn it up? Okay. Is this better now? Okay. It might get like crazy loud. That's too much? Okay. Yeah. All right. I can just be in the mic more too. Maybe more like this. Thank you. Sorry. Kenton, your face is on my screen right now and not my own. So if I start doing anything nuts, you can just wave at me and be like, cool. This is going to be a little improv based on pre-COVID subway life. I don't know if you can hear it, but my neighbors directly downstairs seem to be having some sort of great reunion. I suspect there's at least one Karen amongst them. And I'm really tempted to just turn this whole thing into recording their conversation, but that would be highly unethical. Anyway, I don't know if you can pick it up, but it's great. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be careful. Do not put your hand or your bag on a train door that is closing.
I was new to New York, and I saw everything but his face when I boarded the Uptown A on a weekday morning. I grabbed the handrail. My hand was 2 inches from his hand. Though I never saw his face, I absolutely knew it was him. Unless I was crazy. And who even knows if they're crazy? So for our purposes, for which we assume I'm not crazy, those were his shoes. That was his height. That was his wild hair. And that was his inability to see me when I was right next to him. I'm not a short woman, but short enough so that at his height I can still hide by ducking my head. I ducked my head. I held my breath, and I exited at my stop. I don't believe I began breathing again for another 10 blocks. The city has a way of churning up the experiences we're trying the hardest to avoid. knifing us in the back for our avoidance.
Ladies and gentlemen, because of the disruption, these trains are not running between 168th Street and 207th Street. As a representative for local stations between 168th Street and 207th Street, you need trains service.
Working in the meatpacking and living in Astoria, taking the NW in the morning. When I learned that one may begin a dream at home and continue it on the train, it was like hitting pause on Netflix, except this was back when Netflix was DVD only, which makes this metaphor anachronistic. Regardless, I rejoined my subconscious there on the orange chair next to the handrail. My head nodded violently, diving into the dream like it was a cold pool on a hot day. A metaphor which may be unrelatable to the listener depending on class, location, and ability to withstand a pandemic. My head hit the handrail so loudly that the people around me jumped. I laughed like Joaquin Phoenix in The Joker, which, in the movie, happened before this incident occurred, but in real life, happened afterwards. So I think it averages out to be a fair game metaphor. I laughed because it was funny. I wasn't existing in my body. I don't think I existed in my body for 90 to 95% of my time on the subway. And it's hilarious to think that approximately $2.50 of my metro fare was expended for my body and the rest for my mind and spirit. Although that fare fluctuated quite a lot over the last 15 years, and maybe I should just say 9 to 9.5 of 10 swipes. It's more relatable. possibly been altered by seeing my flesh bag in person. I'm always overestimating how much people care about my dumbest shit, and subsequently withholding the shit they would care about were I to leave my home more often. My ending was going to be a lot smoother. Thank you so much. I think that's it, right? It's about whatever amount of time. I can dick around more if you want, but nobody wants that. Love out there to everybody in quarantine land.
Okay, thank you, Carrie. That ruled, and I miss the dirty fucking subway. Reading books is different, and sitting next to your exes accidentally on the subway is also very different. Anyways, I'm going to mute you, Carrie Ann, because we're getting a lot of feedback here. And next up, oh yeah. Anyways, thank you, Carrie Ann. That was amazing. That was an incredibly sophisticated sound environment poem, and also a noise track and a dance track. So you kind of got 4 or 5 genres there in one. Um, that was really cool. Next up is not a normal performer. Instead, they are extra special. Um, that's also the name they go by. Um, I'm very happy to have her and deeply admire all of her music. Um, extra special. I'm unmuting you, and yeah, please take it away.
Am I on?
Yes, you are.
I. Do-do-do. Hi, everybody. My name is Amelia, and this is my solo project called Extra Special. You should be able to see my sign. I made that sign for you to follow me if you would like on Instagram because I got like only 200 followers, which is not enough to be famous. So I'm going to play for you. Here's the menu tonight. We got 3 songs. We got one sad song. We got one not sad song. And I got one sad song. So sad, funny, sad. Okay. So the first song is called Hard to Mend. All right. I better see you weeping out there in the audience. Also, this is my very first time ever playing this song live, so I'm a bit nervous. Here we go. If I fuck up, I fuck up. Whatever. Okay. Loving you ain't easy, but when you call my name, I still feel the same. Amidst distraction, I still think of you. I've tried for years not to. No one could know how far the feeling goes. I keep you on the inside because I let you out too many times. I know the dream is dying. There's still a part of me that seems too hard to mend. Thought I saw you downtown, but it was just your ghost. A movie that I wrote. And in a city where 8 million coexist, It's you that I miss. With all my strength, I get just a flame. So I can't see you. You're just a blurry view, a song that I once knew. And all the dream is dying. You're still a part of me. It seems too hard to melt. Thanks very much. I'm gonna take these headphones out because that's very distracting. Okay. Next song is called Coffee Beach. It's about McDonald's. And love, of course. Okay. Sorry, I wrote some notes and it tells me what capo to put the thing on. So, okay. Da-na-na. Last night I saw a guy on the stage, had people think he was God. If only that was me. If I could look through an hourglass, see how much time has passed. Well, I couldn't do anything. I dreamt the guy I liked was driving me around town, chauffeuring my ass around. I hope he takes me out for a curry and an Indian beer. I drink a cafe on the beach with you any day. I drink a cafe on the beach with you any day. I drink a cold latte that you brought me from 10 stops away. Or if a latte's too much, just a cafe au lait can save your sense for a day. Last night, sorry. Fuck! Sorry. I dreamt I killed my boss last night. She came after me with an X-Acto knife. I grabbed the knife and sliced her neck. She was bleeding to death. She didn't wanna die. 3 years of waking up to the same thing can't be healthy. Pictures the taken. All the uncensored sides of all the ways I've woken up in my bed. I'd give up everything for the beach with you any day. I'd give up on my cheap ass rent just to wake up to your face in the waves. I drink a cafe and I don't support McDonald's in any way. So I'll give up on my morals cause I like your face and I want you to stay. Last night I saw a guy on the stage that people think he was God. If only that was me. All right. All right. So I practice this all day. I don't know what's going wrong. Thanks so much for listening and watching, and thank you for all the performance tonight. Especially thank you to Kenton, who has put on the show. It's I was thinking about it earlier. I was like, why is Kenton even doing this? Like, what's in it for him? But honestly, I think he's just doing it out of the good of his heart because he is a really good person and a really great guy. I would like to thank everybody in the audience tonight. I would like to say if anyone in my household is listening, could you please bring me a beer? Thank you very much. So the last song is called Thanks to You. My name is Extra Special, and I have an EP coming out very soon. It's definitely not stripped down like this is. It's a bit more hi-fi. Even though I kind of imagined it as being lo-fi, it turned out hi-fi. So whatever, I like it. So stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram if you want. I wrote a sign up there. You can add Extra Special for you. And I will play this last song. And hope I don't fuck up again. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Oh yeah. Wait. Got it. Thanks to you, I only wanna give more love. Thanks to you, I never wanna hurt myself or anyone else ever again. You taught me all the things that I don't wanna be. Thanks to you, I'm living my life for the better. Thanks to you, I'm finding shelter from the stormy weather. Thanks to you, I'm gonna get a brand new job so I can prove to myself that I'm capable. For the time in my life that will teach me the most, for that look in your eyes when I started to doubt, for the calls that you said you would make but you never did. Thanks to you, thanks to you. For the way that I felt when you never showed up. For the things I bought you that will never return. For the goodbye you forgot to say when you left. Thanks to you, thanks to you, thanks to you, thanks to you. Mess me around, oh, you mess me around. Where did I go? Where did I go? Look what I found, oh, look what I found. There's a treasure beneath the dirt. There's a treasure beneath the dirt. Hold on, hold on. Kendon? Thank you so much. Kendon, how much time do I have left? I'm done.
Uh, do you want to play another song?
Thank you so much. I
No,
have
wait.
my
Do you want to play another song? You can. I would love that.
can I?
Yeah, please.
Well, I have my beautiful stepsister has just delivered me
Oh, hello.
a beer. I figured maybe I'll play like my 1 minute and 30 second song.
Do it, please. I want to spend more time in the magical world of your music.
Thank you. Okay, hold on. I played this one last time. It's called Dexy Dream. All right. Well, maybe I've calmed down a little, cooled it with the drugs, been on a good run. Had a breakfast of toast and granola. Life's moving faster, my mind's feeling slower. Go for a week at a time without any wine or a drink every day. I'm just trying to get by. All my books are gathering dust. I like to know I have them, but I don't read much. Spending tonight inside. Oh, I think it's time I get this right. I got my eyes set on the prize. Well, maybe I've brushed up a little, argued with advice, but now I think twice. Keeping track of the things that I'm buying, skin's drying out. I stopped all the crying. I go a week when my mind doesn't think I'm about to die, or a shake in my bed, covers over my eyes. All my jewelry's turning to rust. I like to know I have it, but I don't wear it much. Spending tonight inside. Oh, I think it's time I get this right. I got my eyes set on the prize. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Extra special. Thanks. Goodbye.
Uh, thank you, extra special. Listening to music takes me to a world that is different than the one I'm used to, that I love existing in. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I deeply adore the inside of your head and the way it sounds. Um, and you also seem to have a giant fan base. Everyone always goes wild about you in chat. Next up is my former neighbor. Um, he is super goal. He's uh, he's uh, he's young and really sweet and very talented. And he's prepared a set for us tonight despite just moving. So, hats off to you, and please, Super Ghoul, take it away. I cannot unmute you. There you go. All right.
All right, I think does that sound okay?
It's a little low for me.
Okay, I'm turning it up. Is that a little better?
That sounds great to me.
Okay, just do a thumbs down if the other music comes in. You need it to go down. All right, thank you so much, kid. I've been holding out with See, they only took our time with lawyers that it figured out. It's safe to be alone. In the aftermath of falling down, all would know. Darling back and see they are nowhere to pull the line. End up believing them in my delirium. In other words, it's never. In the aftermath of falling down, all would know. Darling back and see they don't know where to draw the lines. They're not really even though in my delirium of all the world it's never gone. thank you to Carrie Ann for helping me with the audio on Zoom. She is a genius, and your set was really cool. Everybody else, um, I like to see everybody that I saw last week again, um, and reconfirm that you guys are really cool, and it makes me feel really nice to be playing with such talented people. So thank you very much, guys, and thank you, Kenton, again. I got one more that I'm gonna play. Also, I'm super cool. There's a YouTube video, but my distributor is being a weird, mm, weird person with my music, and it won't get on Spotify until a later date. So I've heard, but yeah. Father fixes in a camp below. We don't know what's lost. In a fixes in a camp we are well. I could be a god. And I could stay here all day long and fall back into you, back into. But unless we get more, will you call it off? That's about the final toll, and I can't be here anymore. Let's go. And are you breaking down into last second now? It's oh, oh Pictures in a camera, well, we don't know what's wrong. So when are you gonna fall back into? You come back to us, but I'll go wait and lie up. But oh, I would tell you you're the side. I'll be there to come. You can wait a while. In all the time, I'll get to another life. Unless you're getting more, will you call it off? And that's about the final toll, and I can't be here anymore. Let's go. And are you breaking down into last second? Now it's cold, cold out between. Thank you again, Kitten. Everybody have a good night.
Thank you, Wes. That ruled. Super goal. I'll add a link to the YouTube description after this. Super goal was one of the only people I interacted with physically throughout this entire quarantine because we were upstairs and downstairs neighbors. I miss him very much, but I'm so glad to be able to continue hanging with him virtually. And his music is really cool. He also has merch. Also, again, this is a fundraiser, so please donate to the links below. Next up is a band I've been a fan of for literally 17 years. I when I was a freshman in college, I heard incredible music coming from the dorms outside, and I went and found, and it turned out to be Steph Stewart, who formed a band called Blue Cactus. And I've always so delighted every time I can book her and Mario. Um, they're really good. Fucking love country. Um, Without any further ado, I will just unmute them and put them on. Please take it away, Blue Cactus.
Thank you, Ken. What we got here?
Now, once and for all, let's get together on this. Let's understand one another. Unless you want to pack a frustrated announcers on your conscience, slow down and curb highway carnage. If you don't care about yourself, at least have a little consideration for us.
Here's a black
Act
man
two of
down in
yours
the galley,
truly,
which
Johnny
is known
Dollar.
as a kitten, who has never manned a gun before and never shot no gun.
We may acknowledge that our enemies have possessed their form, they brilliant features of deception. But at times, and executed with great skill.
His name was
It was
Dory
a
Miller.
thoroughly dishonorable deed. But we must face the fact that modern warfare as conducted in the Nazi manner is a dirty business.
Thought I heard you in the static, calling out my name in the waves and wires of the fuzzy astral plane. First I couldn't see you, then I closed my eyes, for the dark turned you up to bleed. Radio man, right on time. Radio man, leave the world behind. Searching every station for a single play rotation, calling in the current resident. Way up in the attic, frequency is cracking. Transmitter blows a fuse, and the waves and wires, your word is shining through. You're resurrected, PD's breaking chains. New believers with receivers Radio Man, right on time. Radio Man, leave the world behind. Urban constellations, closer to salvation, calling in. Current
Finger after that. Yowza.
Thanks, y'all. It's one of our songs called Radio Man. Sort of inspired by listening to the radio a lot as a kid growing up. And then the radio, how it means something a little bit different when you're an adult listening to the news every day. This next one is a song that we just released in February on a 7-inch record. And well, I think it keeps becoming more and more relevant, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's called Finger on the Button. It's inspired by the dumpster fire asshole president who keeps running shit into the ground even harder. And you think it's over, and then it just keeps on getting worse. So, Finger on the Button. Here we go. Well, you got your finger drum a desk high, but you get some rest now. You ain't a bit doing jack. Except hang around the office, wait around for talk that's bound for behind your back. And you got your finger on the button, finger on the button. Ain't you been talking big about something? Penny roll good, a cannibal cannonball, break a fun and wag and tell you nothing but a finger on a buddy and two. And you got your creamsicle complexion, paid for your erections. You laugh and talk at the end, lying. To hover but uncover up the bruise. Boy, your knuckle made a real shine. And you got your finger on the button, finger on the button. Ain't you been talking big about something? Penny roll a good, a cannibal cannonball, break a fun. Wag and tell you nothing but a finger on a buddy and two. But you're balking in a beehive, talking out your behind. You tweet a big tune or two. Now you ain't in a position to call it inefficient. Boy, we ought to just deport you. And you got your finger on the button, finger on the button. Ain't you been talking big about something? Penny roll a good, a cannibal cannonball, break a fun. Why I can tell you nothing but a finger on a buddy and two. Oh, why I can tell you nothing but a finger on a buddy and two. Smash.
Close quarters. All
Nice.
right.
It is pouring. We're in North Carolina. I feel like we're in New York, though, looking at everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know what the full spectrum of if everyone's in New York right now, but we're in North Carolina, and it is pouring like crazy right now.
It's been raining for 3 days, actually, nonstop, and we get flash flood warnings on our phone all the time. So it could be a really exciting show. Who knows? Yeah. Thanks, Kenton, for having us. This is great.
Yeah, thank you.
I wish Mario knew what Graham House was like. You know, I try to explain it. This is the closest we can get to that, though. So
well, we were
it's pretty...
we did get a living room experience over at Kenton's a couple of years ago. So
it was our first show in New York.
Yeah.
Well, we got one more. Thanks so much for having us and for tuning in. We tour whenever that's possible. Currently, we're not touring, but we'll be back on the road when it's possible, and to see you all in person. This is a song that we wrote while in quarantine. It's called Sadie, and I think it's just kind of about getting to know yourself a little bit better. Orphan child, they never called you by your name. Living in the stories and the filters coloring your face. Saw you crying there in the glow of the TV. Did you see me? Sadie, dancing easy in your slippers.
you crying there in the black of the screen? Did you see me? Queen of the night, the darkest shadows call you by name. In a mirror of pearls and gold lame falling round your frame. Saw you smiling there when you saw me. First time you saw me. Sadie, dancing easy in the slippers, little dipper, glass gliding, electric sliding, night of rain.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
It's been really fun. Appreciate it.
That was amazing. Goddamn. Okay. Yeah. They really figured out how to live stream a show in a really good way. I will after the show, when I add the description, add all their social media. Again, please give money to these artists that um both depend on their art to survive and depend on the kind of jobs that artists get to be able to spend time on art that have been shut down. So donate, follow Blue Cactus. That fucking ruled. I think one of the comments that Carrie Ann made was that I will never date someone who can't harmonize with me because of that. And yeah, uh, also really great background. I just kind of wanted to step up my shit too. Um, so next is my very good friend Savvy. I met her on a rooftop in Brooklyn a little bit ago, and she has always delighted me with her memes and music, and I'm really delighted to have her tonight. We have Savvy, Ash Hayes, and Carter, and so three more X. Once again, thank you, Blue Cactus. That was fucking incredible. Um, next up is Savvy. Let's just yeah, come on.
Hello. Am I on? Am I here ready to rock? Okay. Hi. I know everyone else has already said it, but Kenton puts on an incredible show. It's been great seeing faces I saw last time as well as new faces. It's super sick. I'm thank you again for this. This is super fun. All right. You could say that it's super cool. Get it? It's a callback. Okay. So this is a cover of a Carly Rae Jepsen song, but the first time I ever really listened to it outside of meme form was Sanford Men doing a cover. So I really like this. This is my first time performing this outside of rehearsal this morning. So let's see. Let's have a good time. Stuck in my head, stuck in my heart, stuck in my body, body. I wanna go, get out of here. Let's take a party, party. I wanna rave. grab your headphones, sailing apart. You gotta say all that you're feeling. Packing a bag, leaving the night when everyone's sleeping. Run away with you. Ooh, 'cause you make me feel like I could be driving you all night. And I found your lips in the street light. I wanna be here with you. Ooh. Oh, baby, take me to that feeling. I'll be a sinner in secret. When the lights come out, run away with me. Run away with me, baby. Every single minute, I'll be your hero and win it. When the lights go out, run away with me. Run away with me. I gotta shout out Carter real quick. We're calling this a Super Saiyan blue background. All right. Up in the clouds, high as a kite, over the city. We never sleep, we never tried. When you are with me, I wanna stay. I wanna stay here with you. Ooh, 'cause you make me feel like I could be driving you all night. And I found your lips in the street light. I wanna be there with you. Ooh, oh, baby, take me to the feeling. I'll be a sinner in secret. When the lights go out, run away with me. Run away with me, baby. Every single minute, I'll be your hero and witness. When the lights go out, run away with me. Run away with me over the weekend. We can turn the world to gold. Oh, I'm in the weekend. Do they? Oh wow, I did that backwards. Hold on to me, I never wanna let you go. Oh, baby, take me to a feeling. I'll be your sinner in secret. When the lights go up, run away with me. Run away with me, baby. Every single minute, I'll be a hero and win it. When the lights go up, run away with me. Run away with me. Yay. All right. I could see all the claps. I could feel them in my heart. Right now, I can see my computer desperately trying to switch to this next ultimate guitar tab. I don't really need it for this one because this is a song I've done for years. I've liked it for a very long time. It even says simple chords on Ultimate Guitar, so thanks for calling me out there, fam. It's all good. It's all good. This is a Tegan and Sarah song, so it's going to be a little bit more of a bummer, but it's also going to be a little bit faster, so let's do it. Hold, please. Hold for headphone setup. There we go. My windows look into your living room, where I spend the evening on top of you. I wonder what is it that I did to make you move and across away from me. I hope I never figure out who broke your heart, and if I do, I'd spend all night losing sleep. I'd spend the night, I'd lose my mind. I'd spend the night and I'd lose my mind. My windows look into your bedroom, where I spend the evening watching yourself getting clean. And I wonder why it is that you never left the room unclean. So unlike me, I hope I never figure out who broke your heart. And if I do, All right, here's the important part. I'm changing my virtual background. I have so many options. Do I want to go with suffer cake? Maybe I do. I think I want to go with suffer cake. There you go. It's suffer cake. Fabulous. This is my last song. Um, it's not my song, but I wish it was because it's just it's so incredible. Little side part. When I was looking up the chords, it kept pulling up with someone's cover instead of the original, and that breaks my heart because Robin is one of the pop star queens of the world. So this is a great freaking song. I thought it was the second fret. Okay, I was mistaken. By Robin, called "Dancing on My Own." Oh, wait, absolutely not. This is not the. I thought that was wrong. Second capo. Here we go. Music theory. Fabulous. All right. Here we go. What? That's the bridge. And beautiful. Beauty. All right. Somebody said you got a new friend. Does she love you better than I can? Big black sky over my town. I know she's at, bet she's around. Here we go. What the butthole? Yeah, I know it's stupid, but I just gotta see it for myself. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, right over here. Why can't you see me? Oh, I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the girl you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own. I just wanna dance all night. I'm all messed up and so out of line. Flutters and broken bottles. I'm spinning around in circles. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, I'm right over here. Why can't you see me? Oh, I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the girl taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own. So far away, but still so near. The lights go on, the music dies, but you won't see me standing here. I just can't say goodbye. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the girl you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, right over here. Why can't you see me? Oh, I'm getting my all, but I'm not the girl you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own. There we go. Got him. Got him.
Great
Got him.
job, Savvy. Thank you.
Thank you. I think this is my set. Uh, I guess my Instagram is the Russian Lunch Lady. I haven't posted in over a year, but it still exists. It doesn't have a lot of memes, but in my heart it does.
The memes in your heart are more important than the memes on your social media account. We all know that. Um,
Absolutely.
that Carly Rae Jepsen song I've been obsessed with for like 3 years. It blew my mind when you played that, and then it blew my mind when you played the other two as well. Thank you very much. Um, Next is a incredibly talented poet that I've known for some time. Their name is Ash Hayes. Um, and I hope they can hear me because I forgot to message. But I'm very excited to hear their poetry. And oh, there they are. Wonderful. Okay. We have Ash Hayes, and then we have a incredible party DJ. Let's just like it's Thursday night. It's Thursday night. Uh, Ash, please share your wonderful poetry with us. You're now on the screen and unmuted.
Oh, fun. Cute. So at the beginning of this, Kenton said us to take our minds off the current situation. I did not acknowledge that memo apparently because I'm just reading exactly my thoughts on this current situation. Just the exact opposite. I'm sorry. I owe you cupcakes.
All good. I will take you up on the cupcakes though, no matter what.
Get those snacks. Okay. In proper feline fashion, my cat has come to sit on me while I read. So if anything out of sorts happens, that's because I love a son of a bitch. All right. Every morning I wake up, I do the same thing. I expand my palm, press it into her chest, her fur between my fingers. I give her a squeeze. It's a snuggle to let her know I'm here and I love her. It's a way to make sure I know she's still alive. Exposione is 10 now. I always forget how long cats are supposed to live. I try to fixate on the countdown. Just enjoy the time we have, and just enjoy the time we have. And then I do what I've been doing for the past few days. I remind myself it's the end of the world. My eyes open just enough to see my way to the bathroom. I decide which hand will be the dominant one at this moment. Right seems fine enough for the dirty work. Left flushes, pumps soap, turns faucet. I'm in releve. With a pointed toe, I slowly shut the toilet lid with my left foot. Suppose I'll be washing that too now. I sing a 20-second song in my head, and it's usually Happy Birthday. Change the names every time. Kind of turn it into a prayer, a well wish for those I miss. And now back to bed. Deep breaths. No panicking now. It's time to check the news. But due to my Capricorn placements, I check my bank account first. No deposit yet. No deposit yet. No need to stress. Besides, it doesn't usually happen before 9 anyway. Still, not ready to check for an update. Check my text. Rafi sent over a checklist. It's an account of all the doorknobs, all the light switches in the house. Rafi left last night to a more secluded area with their partner and her family. I didn't get to kiss or hug them goodbye. Probably isn't allowed anyway. Untested. Social distancing. The birds all chirped out a beautiful conversation. Typically, I hate the sounds of birds chirping first thing in the morning, but they stopped suddenly, and that too gave me pause. Maybe they saw a cat, just ran out of things to say. It definitely has nothing to do with the alarm I heard moments ago. That's a coincidence, no sign that any actions need to be taken. Okay, I'll check the fucking news. I woke up with anxiety, hand over chest, heart racing fast, but not too fast. Can't get myself worked up now. No inhaler. But I'm not keeping things bottled deep inside. I'm processing and expressing my feelings. I'm releasing the pressure gradually, like the balloon slowly being deflated by a clown in order to make the most absurd song. It's time to watch the news. Today is the last day of non-essential businesses can stay open. I don't know if I know what that means yet. Explosiones has found her usual place on a pair of crossed bones that she pretends is a lap. My legs will go numb, but I do find this comforting. She waits for me to open the laptop. I saw this report already. All right, it's Saturday. I didn't even realize it. Is this how it starts? The societal disconnect? Am I leaving the construct more every day? Probably. Sounds like some shit I'd do. And last one. Um, I wrote this last one. I forgot about this actually. I guess I wrote it when there was a few weeks ago I was potentially exposed to the virus and I had to like really isolate for 2 weeks and I was debating on if I should tell anybody or not. Um, so yeah, here's the last little thing I wrote. Do I shut myself off? Say no news is good news. Of course, if I get the virus, I'll contact everyone and give updates on my I'll give updates on my health and what needs to be done. But oh no, if they're already treating me like I'm a ghost, it'll probably get worse if I'm sick. And then what if they break protocol to come see me? Should I lie? For the safety of my community, should I die a liar? I never thought I'd even entertain the idea. No need to make a decision now. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Am I being too optimistic? Should these ifs be whens? Is it only a matter of time? That's all I got.
Fuck yes. Thank you. That was can we just see some can we see explosiones to the Yeah.
Yeah, she's here.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. Those are beautiful poems. Thank you. There's a poem written about you.
There's a lot written about
Oh
me.
yeah.
She knows. She's 10. She don't give a fuck.
That ruled. Thank
Thank
you
you for
so much,
having
Ez.
me.
Yeah, I will always book you anytime you want to read poetry. I love your poetry a lot. No exception.
Oh,
This is great.
thank you very much. That one's probably gonna turn into a graphic novel. So
Fuck
I was
yes.
like, Kenton would appreciate this.
Okay,
All
thank you very much again.
right. Okay. Bye bye.
Uh, that was Ash Hayes there, brilliant poet. We once starred, no, they once starred in a horror movie, and I was a supporting actor briefly. Um, and now they're just doing really good poetry. We have one more person, Carter Imperial. Um, he is a working cyber VHS cyberpunk DJ. I don't know how you want to describe yourself, but that's what I've put together. And we're having some internet issues with you, Carter. It looks like an old-timey movie. Really good hat and jacket. There we go. All right. Still can't hear you.
I was saying that's we got to make sure we stay 6 feet, guys. So I'm pushing that bubble back. So all you guys stop breathing on me. All right, but yeah, we're gonna have some fun.
The output is muted, and Carter, we can't hear your beautiful DJ music. Also, I'm broadcasting all of you right now. Sorry. Oh, hey, yeah. I think we'll go for like 10 more minutes. And I think if we do another one, we'll have Carter DJ the waiting room. Thanks again for literally everyone. You were all amazing. Really appreciate all this art. Really appreciate your poetry, Ash. Uh, Literally all of this. And Explosions, of course. Um, yeah, let's just free form hang out for like 5 more minutes unless Carter gets any messages. And yeah, I'll just unmute all of you.
Hey, y'all.
Oh! Jesus. Okay. Also, it's way too fucking loud.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's 2020.
Yeah, who cares about ears?
It's current year, y'all.
He's such a cool looking DJ.
Yeah, look how great he looks.
I guess I'll text Carter and let him know that we have to stop the show. But or we don't have to, but it's way too fucking loud. This
It's
rolled
loud. It's not crazy loud, is it?
in
Or
my
is it?
ear. It is.
I just turned it down, but it is loud.
Cool. Okay, well, yeah, let's just say goodbye, and then I'll let Carter play it out, and, yeah, long week, long day. Love all of you, thank you all so very much. Talk soon. Alright, Carter's gonna play us out. Thank you very much to everyone. I deeply appreciate it. Again, please give money to the performers. Thanks to all the performers. And we're just gonna fucking chill and listen to Carter DJ for a while. And thank you so much, everyone. I deeply appreciate your time, energy, especially given how difficult it is to do anything right now. Yeah. Thanks again.
Traveling across